Welcome to the Frisco Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Ellis, and this week, Erin Smith is joining us from the Entrepreneur Summit. Erin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So good to have you back. Third year in a row for the summit. Are you ready?
No, I'm never ready. It'll happen. It'll be there. And but yeah, it's always crazy time.
It's very easy to underestimate, even if you've done it many times, how much work is involved in putting on an event like this. But we're so grateful that you're doing it because it is an awesome event.
Thank you. I'm excited to do it.
It's something that Frisco needs, right? We need more events. And this isn't, of course, just about Frisco, but it is happening in Frisco.
Right.
And we want more events like that coming to Frisco so that not only do we have a chance to show off our city, but we can help build that entrepreneurial community.
Yes, absolutely.
So for anybody that hasn't been to the summit or maybe even heard about the summit, let's talk about last year and how did that go? What were some of the highlights? Who were some of the guests? Tell us a little bit about what people can expect from last year or what you learned.
Yeah, so first year was just a one-day event. Last year we started venturing into the 2-day, and so what we had was a one-day ticket, and then you could buy workshops. So it was a 4-hour workshop essentially that you sat through. We had around a specific topic. We had really great feedback on that. So this year it was let's go into 2 days because honestly too, cramming, there's just so much information around small business. Real quick, what the summit does, it's an event for small business owners focused on growth. So we talk about various topics, proven strategies, technology that's out there, various what people are doing now to grow. So it's not a industry specific, but small business. It allows cross-pollination to learn what other industries are doing and how they're growing, how they're scaling, how they're hiring, various things around business. And that's what our topics revolve around. So if, just as small business owners, we need to get out of a bubble. We either we live in our business bubble and then maybe we venture out into our industry bubble, but we really never go beyond that. And a lot of times if you're not innovating, if you're not getting out there and meeting new people and seeing how others are doing it, you're not going to evolve in the way you want to. So that's one of the things that's changing. We're officially going into a 2-day event because we've got such great feedback. Last year, obviously, one of our biggest highlights was having Robert Herjavec of Shark Tank there. And in I don't want to say last minute, it was about 2 to 3 week out decision, we decided instead of him having as a keynote, we're going to do a fireside chat with him. Because as a keynote, you can hear a lot of the same stuff over and over. But the fireside chat, you can be the fly on the wall. We had a great Q&A with him. And I know for small business owners, we are, we're crazy in a lot of ways. We do things that no one else is willing to do. And so to sit through those chats of people who have been there and done that and have had massive success and hear how they did it was just, I love it. And I think one of the biggest highlights was during that fireside chat, like Robert Herjavec talked about, the things of what keeps him up at night. And he still, to this day, almost to $1 billion company, he stays up at night knowing the pressure that's on his shoulders. Like, it could keep him up at night. Like, he knows that. And so you're like, but you have so much success. Why would you even think about that anymore? And it's cool just to make it realize, hey, maybe I'm not so crazy as a business owner. I'm going through the same things a lot of other people are. Or maybe the struggle right now that I'm going through is going to be worth it. And I just have to stick it out. So the one thing we're doing this year is we're going to add more fireside chats.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we're going to pull in some CEOs of brands that you recognize and talk about their story, how they got to that point, the stuff they had to go through to get there. And so we're definitely going to incorporate those through our main stage event. So the first day is going to be breakout sessions where you can go and listen to topics around, we'll have a whole technology track, we'll have marketing track, we'll have a couple others, and then the second day will be our main stage event where we'll have various CEOs, we'll have a couple different panels, and then we'll have a couple of keynotes too. Again, all focused on business growth. So that's versus you're not just sitting there getting talked at. We're also allowing, since we have the 2-day event, we can allow for even more networking. We really want people to connect in that room. It's one of the most important things of why I created that event was I was just sick of going to networking groups and
the same old same faces every week.
Yes, and you're like, oh, okay. And not that it's bad, but I just really wanted a different room. And we went international last year. Like, that was a highlight. We had international attendees. We had people come in from Canada for this. We represented 8 states that came in from the event.
Wow.
So we definitely are planning on expanding that, and that was really exciting too.
That is good news. So let's dig in a little bit to some of the different tracks. One of them you said is going to be technology, and that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. What kinds of things, as a business owner, most of whom are not technologists, what kinds of things would they be learning in the technology track?
Yeah, so truth be told, we're still setting those sessions, but you hear all these buzzwords, right? And as a business owner, a lot of times you're like, it's going to cost way too much money for us to do. B, that's not our company. That's not something that can benefit us. But you can expect topics like VR and AI and how you as a business owner can implement those things. Last year we had Bottle Rocket discussing VR and talking about how dentists are using VR to be able to, show people what's going on, just handle things differently with their patients. And I mean, who would think of a dentist with VR? I just read, and not that this may cover, but Wendy's is using virtual reality where you actually, because they felt that their employees were so disconnected to Colonel Sanders and what the mission was of KFC, that they are actually using VR where you can hang out with Colonel Sanders and really learn the history of Wendy's. And so you just become a part of it more. So understanding how other companies are utilizing this, where you can kind of have that aha moment and say, yeah, you know what, this can benefit us. And it's not going to be as expensive as I thought it would. And then we can stand out from our competition by implementing this. And here's how. I'm debating, we're working on this as we set the agenda, the blockchain cryptocurrency talk.
Yeah,
it is
that's
the
a big
hot
one right
topic. And I think a lot of people are like, does this impact me? Should I be accepting this sort of payment? Like, how exactly as a small business owner can I get involved in that? So those are definitely going to be some of the hot. IoT was another one we discussed. We had IBM talking IoT last year, so that's going to be another one we talk about this year, just because you've got to have things that are connected. Everything talks now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so let's dive into the marketing track, because that is one that every business owner can and probably should get their heads wrapped around. And through Lifestyle Frisco, we have a lot of local business clients. We have a number of our clients that actually do a pretty good job of their marketing, and it gives us a chance to amplify what they're doing, which is phenomenal. But there's also a lot of small businesses out there that are doing either nothing or they're really behind and they're not doing a very good job of it. And I get it. It's time consuming. It's hard. But I know it's something that is always on a business owner's mind. So what are they going to learn about that at the Entrepreneur Summit?
Again, still setting agendas, but I know content creation is going to be one of the things I want to have a podcasting track and talk about different ways that you can create different content. I'm really excited about this one. We're going to have a Chatbot Workshop. So you're going to be able to, it's going to be a couple hours where you're going to be able to plan and think about how a chatbot. And
I love it. I'm there.
Yeah, which I'm really, and this guy is incredible. I just met him at another event. He's out of California and he's coming in for this. I'm super excited. But chatbots, a lot of people, like, this is going to, I don't want to say replace email marketing, but this is the time to jump into chatbots. And so we're going to help really kind of set what your strategy would be for a chatbot and help you build that first one and just kind of set and how you're going to have that discussion and have that conversation with somebody. I geek out over that because my former life was IVR design. So I designed conversations with people. So I'm like, yeah. But I know that's one of the things we'll cover, and just, various other aspects to marketing, like how you get yourself out there, how you grow. I'm sure we'll talk Facebook ads, as a topic too, because right now is the time to jump into Facebook and ads and social media.
It is. And in fact, I'm going to jump in there for a minute because we do a fair amount on Facebook across different businesses. And I'm seeing the Facebook ad prices starting to tick up a little bit. And what I suspect, and I don't know this for a fact, but what I'm seeing and what I suspect is the value of Facebook ads right now, they're undervalued. You can get a pretty good deal if you go in and experiment a little bit and learn what you're doing. You can get a great deal and reach a lot of people for not a lot of money. However, as bigger and bigger companies are figuring that out, more and more of them are going to start diving into that pool. And now you're going to have the Coca-Colas and the companies like that of the world to start competing with, which is going to jack those prices way up.
Exactly.
So over the next few years, I would get in and take advantage of it while you can, while it's still cheap.
It's going to be Google AdWords. Remember when Google AdWords were super cheap?
Once upon a time.
Yes, exactly. Now there's certain keywords that you're like, no way.
Yeah.
You can't compete. So we'll be talking, various social media. And with Facebook's algorithm change, they just announced that as pages, you have zilch as a organic reach. you saw prices go up like literally in just the last month when that change was announced, because people were like, that's the only way my customers are going to see my data.
Yeah. And I wonder if there'll be an impact of that. Will that drive people back to focusing more and competing more in organic search and relying less on Facebook traffic? How does that kind of balance that equation out?
I've heard Twitter was probably, like, even people are going to go back to Twitter a little bit and playing with that. And I know for my clients, I do a ton of organic for them with Instagram and Twitter, because you can still get discovered. You can still connect through hashtags and searches. Where Facebook, it's, listen, if we're going to grow this, we got to pay for it. And it's, a live video too, doing live video, but it's still, those are, and we'll see what Instagram becomes too on how much you can find organically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a good conference. Any notable speakers?
We have not announced any yet. We've got our lineup. We're
Bummer.
getting contracts. I know I don't have any exclusives. I don't want to quite yet, but yeah, like I said, some CEOs of some companies that you recognize, definitely for sure. We'll have a couple good keynotes, and then panels. I promise. My goal is to start announcing middle of March, and just to continue to just add new people all through the next 3 months. I will say too, this year we did something different where we did a call for speakers. We have not done that. We're going to have over 100 submissions.
Wow.
Yes. By the time it is done, we're going to close that out March 15th. So we have a ton of great content we're combing through that for too. So that's why I say I know what I'm looking for content-wise. We've got some set, but I've left it open just to give that opportunity. I just had so many people wanting to be a part of it last year that I wanted to open it up.
No, that's fantastic. So let's give a shout out to anybody that might want to come and speak or teach at the event.
Yes.
Where do they go to submit, and does it tell them kind of here are the things that we're interested in? Yes,
it all has to do with small business growth. So that's what we have specifically. If you go to esummitevents.com, that's our new website. So we're creating an umbrella where we're going to have more events outside of just the Entrepreneur Summit. But esummitevents.com, you're going to get the Entrepreneur Summit info there too. But you'll see a call for speakers for it too.
Okay.
A tab.
Excellent. And then for everybody who might want to attend, let's talk about ticket prices. When is the event? Give us the rundown on all that.
Yes, event June 18th and 19th. Like I said, there's a 1-day and a 2-day and then a VIP ticket. So your 1 day is going to get you to the main stage event on June 19th. That's on Tuesday. So you have access to that whole day event. The 2-day ticket is June 18th and 19th. So you get access to whatever content you want to attend, whatever sessions you want to attend on those 2 days. That ticket gives you all of that. The VIP, we're going to have an additional VIP happy hour the night of the 18th, and that's what gets you there. And then you get preferred seating on the main day event too. Right now, tickets are $99 for the 1 day, and this is early bird. The prices will go up. $99 for the 1 day, $199 for the 2 day, and $299 for the VIP. Use the code Frisco over at esummitevents.com and go to the Entrepreneur Summit, but use the code Frisco for another 20% off.
Okay, well, that's a good deal.
Yes.
That's a great deal.
Yes.
Okay, so
for the content you're getting, it's incredible.
Now, this podcast, at the time of our recording,
yes,
isn't still going to be coming out for a few weeks. So when do things change?
Dates will start going up in March. Middle of March, right around March 15th is when we'll start to see the increase in pricing. Okay, so we'll do a shout out of some kind before that, but we'll make sure that people are aware. If they're listening to this, they're probably past that date. Okay. But can they still use the code Frisco? They can still use the code Frisco, and how we're going to do is instead of doing early bird and one price, prices are slowly going to creep up throughout the next 3 months. So you're going to see them go to, like, 1 day will go from 100 to 115 to 120 type of thing. Yeah. So you're just going to see them creep up over the next. So early bird's going to get the worm on that. Yeah, for sure. The sooner you get in, the better off you'll be. Yes. But that's nice that you have the 1 day. So if somebody can't be there for 2 days, they still have some kind of an option. And right, exactly. And that's where we really want to accommodate the people coming in from out of town to really make an event and a weekend out of it and get that content. But then so many people, we just had such a great response on the 2 day. And like I said, when you sit down and just do a 1 day conference, it is hard to get everything in that day that you want to cover. It is so hard. So that's why we wanted to branch it out and really get those more in-depth topics if you needed them, but then just hear great, inspiring stories, and we'll talk about trends and stuff on the main stage event too. Well, it does sound like it's going to be inspiring, but it sounds like you're also going to have some very tactical, practical types of things that people can go learn and
dig a
Yes.
little deeper into.
One of my, what I'm most proud of is when people leave the event, they've got notebooks full of things that they can implement in their business. It's not fluffy, kumbaya, let's all get along. It's, hey, I want to try and put this into my business tomorrow. And then hopefully you're inspired and then you find the right person. I think, what I love is that I'll have lunch with attendees or lunch with sponsors after the event, and they'll tell me about somebody that they met through the event, now they're doing business with. And, it's that thing that you want to meet the right people, get the strategies in place, and, hopefully get the good, inspiring kick in the butt to make that whole trifecta happen.
Awesome. All right. So June 18th and 19th,
Yes.
Go out, get your tickets, get them now. Prices are going to go up. But
Yes.
if you're listening to this podcast, that means you should be using Frisco as your coupon code, if you will.
Yes.
And you'll get a 20% discount.
Yes.
So that definitely helps.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Anything else we should know about the summit? Where's it at?
Frisco Embassy, Frisco Convention Center, the Embassy Suites.
Okay.
Same place
So-
we've had it for the last 2
Yep,
years.
Same location as the last
Yes.
couple of years.
Yes, and it's a great event space. So there'll be a lot going on outside the event. We have a lot of great vendors that you can meet. Again, everything aligns. We don't have anybody there unless they can help small business owners. So you'll meet a lot of great vendors, a lot of great people, and like I said, we'll be announcing stuff. So definitely go like us on Facebook. Over at the Entrepreneur Summit, we'll be making a lot of announcements over the next 3 months of stuff that's coming up.
Okay, awesome. Well, Erin, thank you so much for coming out today. We're going to be pushing this really hard because it's a great opportunity. We're so grateful that it's happening in Frisco. More of that, please.
Yes.
Keep it up. And good luck. We know you got a lot of work ahead of you still, so
Thank you.
keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you guys all for tuning into the Frisco Podcast. Again, if you want to learn more about the summit, head over to esummitevents.com. And discount code is Frisco. The event is June 18th and 19th. Talk to you next week.
You're listening to RNCN, the digital destination for premium talk radio.